Yo, what is up guys, it's Sungut here, and this is our 8th video from Unranked 2 Challenges series on the Chinese Super server. So here we are playing in a 400 LP Masters lobby, and we're playing Belveth. Sorry for forgetting to record the first 6 minutes of this game, but essentially what happened is that I got 3 kills and 2 assists by essentially kind of invading the Telia, killing her twice, and it was great. Kind of sad that I forgot to record that, but it's alright. What do I do on Belveth? Well, Belveth is a very interesting champion because she has like very strict power spikes. So for example, like her level 1 is gonna be insanely strong, her level 2 is obviously really strong, and her level 3 is strong as well. Then she gets kind of weak because most champions are gonna get their 3-4 levels, and they kind of have like a fighting power against the Belveth. So at that point you already want to make a difference, like you want to make sure that the enemy jungle doesn't get to that point knowing that you're stronger, right? So get your first power spike items and make sure that you punish the enemy jungle before he's able to get to that point. The next time I feel strong is when I do Herald or Void Grubs and I get my level 6 stack. That's obviously when you get super strong, you get your empowered form, can go through walls, and you're much stronger and more efficient in fights. The next time is going to be when you get your first power spike, namely Kraken Slayer or Borg against high HP champions. So what I mean by strict power spikes is that she feels very decent pre-4. She feels strong when you get your form, empowered form at level 6, and she feels really strong when you get your first item, because obviously like the tree damage from what's it called, Kraken Slayer is insane, but also getting the Borg passive proccing on like all the E's is very strong to get a lot of damage off of it. And then afterwards it kind of feels like she's falling off like a little bit. I just think that, you know, her mid game is not the greatest because most champions can neutralize you fairly easily depending on like how you play the fights, and it's kind of hard to like really find those opportunities to like really snowball. Obviously if you're fed, you can always go for more damaging items and it will do the job, but yeah, I often look to play fairly consistently, more consistently, like during the mid game, and try to go like a little bit crazy coming like in the mid game, the late game, sorry. So why do I feel like in the mid-late game Belveth is very strong? Well, mainly due to the fact that her passive, like her attack speed passive, is obviously like insanely strong, but the fact that her split pushing is really decent. Like you get the Baron buff if you're ahead, of course. After getting the Baron buff, like you're gonna have like all those minion stacks like pushing in the side lane with the Baron buff, so you have like an insanely strong push. You're most likely at that point gonna have like 3-4 items, and you're gonna have like 4 attack speed. So at that point, like, I mean 3 to 4 attack speed, at that point you can very efficiently split push, probably better than any champion in the game actually, which a lot of people don't really do on Belveth. Like I've seen a few clips of people playing Belveth and they're not necessarily doing the split pushing aspect of this champion. They're mostly like looking for fights. Like the way she plays the team fights is very similar to Viego in my opinion, but a little bit differently. Let me kind of explain. So essentially, like during the team fights, you really don't want to just go in and AoE everyone because your champion doesn't work with AoE, right? You really want to try to find like single target champions and try to kill them and burst them, whether they're like out of position or not, and really capitalize on that. So like one by one, and then it doesn't work as Viego because obviously Viego wants to take resets. Belveth doesn't necessarily want to take resets every single time. Like you have like this small delay where you take a reset on Belveth, and it's just not efficient sometimes to take it because you can actually die taking it, right? So yeah, that's how I mainly play Belveth. I think this champion is very fun. It's very strong in solo queue, can be very aggressive, and I really enjoy her in most games where, for example, I can't play in Italy. and I still want to go for the 80 version of her. So yeah, that's essentially what I do. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more, make sure to check out my YouTube channel. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.